October 2013. The creator of the largest drug marketplace on the dark web rushes to the library. Settling near the science fiction aisle, he logs onto the site. He's messaging someone named Cyrus, who claims to have compromising information about his real identity. What he doesn't know is that the whole scenario is a setup. The library is swarming with FBI agents, watching for any slip-up to grab his unlocked laptop. Suddenly, two undercover agents stage a loud couple's argument to distract him. The trap snaps shut. An agent sitting across from him seizes the unlocked computer. The game is over. Ross William Ulbricht is immediately arrested. By the next day, Silk Road is shut down. Discover today the wild story of the fall of the Dark Web King. A talented physics student at the University of Pennsylvania, Ross shocked everyone when he dropped out of his doctorate program in May 2009. During his university years, he experimented with various psychedelic drugs, deeply altering his views on psychotropic substances. Indeed, he saw the government-led war on drugs as a disaster contributing more to violence than resolving it. Passionate about libertarian ideals and interested in economics, Ross aspired to a world without government regulation over trade. A Texas native, he returned there after leaving university. There, he co-founded a website focused on reselling used books. This experience allowed Ross to develop his computing and entrepreneurial skills. In 2010, the discovery of Bitcoin was a revelation for him. This decentralized currency, escaping institutional control, perfectly matched his libertarian beliefs. With his computing expertise and Bitcoin's potential, Ross decided to create an anonymous drug trading platform on the dark web. And thus, the idea of Silk Road was born. Often described as the eBay for drugs, Silk Road revolutionized the dark web from 2011 to 2013. To better understand how the dark web functions, we invite you to watch this video. Ross administered the site under the alias Dread Pirate Roberts, an intriguing name taken from the novel The Princess Bride. In the story, Dread Pirate Roberts is an outlaw hero whose identity is continually passed from one person to another over time, making the character elusive and legendary. By adopting this alias, Ross sought to surround himself with the same mystery, suggesting that several individuals were behind the name. Authorities indeed believed this theory for a long time. Silk Road operated as a platform connecting sellers and buyers. Transactions were primarily carried out in Bitcoin, ensuring a certain level of anonymity. An escrow mechanism ensured the security of purchases by holding funds until the order was received and the transaction validated by the buyer. The site incorporated features such as dispute resolution, reviews, and messaging, similar to a traditional e-commerce site. These innovations, rare on the dark web at that time, greatly contributed to the site's popularity. This popularity did not escape the attention of authorities, alerted by a significant increase in packages containing drugs intercepted by postal services. The numerous press articles, often tinged with fascination for this mysterious underground bazaar, greatly contributed to making Silk Road known to the wider public. According to the FBI, the platform facilitated over 1 million sales, amounting to $1.2 billion. Silk Road thus accumulated about $60 million in commissions, attracting a total of 4,000 sellers and 150,000 active customers. The name of the site was not chosen at random. It was selected in reference to the Silk Roads, an ancient network of trade routes connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. New members were welcomed with a message explaining the site's ambition to bring people together and pacify their relations. Faced with the phenomenon, American authorities gathered agents from various services, all determined to take down the site. The operation was launched, codenamed Marco Polo. The operation was named after the explorer Marco Polo, who often used the Silk Roads. The idea was simple: infiltrate the site with fake profiles. One of the agents, known under the pseudonym Nob, quickly gained the trust of the members by posing as a major drug trafficker. In December 2012, he contacted Ross, claiming to have a kilo of cocaine for sale, but only to a trusted buyer. Ross then called on his collaborator, Curtis Green, alias Chronic Pain, to act as an intermediary. Chronic Pain, who held administrator access, agreed and provided his address. The American authorities delivered a kilo of cocaine and arrested him immediately upon receipt of the package. Taking advantage of the situation, the FBI accessed Chronic Pain's account and seized the equivalent of $350,000 in bitcoins. Noticing Chronic Pain's absence and the Bitcoin theft, Ross was stunned to discover the arrest on the internet. Chronic Pain was released on bail a few days after his arrest. Nob then contacted Ross, asking if he wanted to torture Chronic Pain to get the stolen bitcoins back. It was then that the libertarian idealist tipped into the dark side, considering the worst to protect his criminal empire. February 2013. Nob and his team staged the torture of Chronic Pain in a hotel room with fake drownings. In the meantime, Ross contacts Nob before even receiving the torture images and asks him to eliminate Chronic Pain before he could spill Silk Road's secrets to justice. Nob fakes Chronic Pain's death and sends the proof to Ross in exchange for $80,000. In June 2013, rumors circulate on Reddit. The IP address of Silk Road, usually masked by the Tor network, could be exposed. When a user wants to access the site, they do not know its IP address, but an onion address that acts as the interface. The access request goes through several relays of the Tor network. Both the user and the site are protected. Exploring this lead, FBI agents find an IP address. By entering the address in their browser, jackpot, Silk Road appears. With the IP address in hand, they were able to locate the server where Silk Road was hosted, Thor Data Center in Iceland. In July 2013, the team went there and recovered the server. It was a real gold mine. All the private messages exchanged on Silk Road, and the list of computers that had connected to the site. They discovered that Ross had ordered 5 assassinations from a certain Red and White for $150,000 per murder. Everything was fake. The accomplices were able to extort a large sum of money. The location from which Silk Road administrators connected was also exposed, including a cafe in San Francisco. That same month, the Marco Polo team arrested a Silk Road moderator, known under the famous pseudonym Cirrus, who would enable Ross's capture. On July 26, 2013, agents knocked on Ross's door with a package seized by chance containing fake IDs with his photo. He claimed that anyone could have ordered that on Silk Road, while the agents had not even mentioned the name of the site. However, they could not arrest him for lack of evidence. At the same time, agents explore another lead. Ross must have advertised on conventional sites to make Silk Road known. They discover promotional messages posted under the pseudonym Altoid on various forums. They find other messages from Altoid, looking for developers specialized in Bitcoin for his site, with his real email address. All the clues led to Ross. Agents were watching him constantly. They decided to launch an operation to capture him with his unlocked computer. An agent then logs into the Cirrus account and contacts Ross. And you already know the rest of the story. Law enforcement was thus able to seize more than 30,000 bitcoins and arrest several brains behind Silk Road. At the end of May 2015, the sentence falls. Ross William Ulbricht is sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The conviction sparked heated controversy, centered on the controversial methods that led to his arrest. Ross's supporters point to the use of illegal tactics to penetrate Silk Road and have requested the annulment of the trial, to no avail. Although the site was dismantled, others have since taken over, testifying to the resilient nature of the dark web and drug trafficking. At heart, Ross was an ordinary individual whose path, initially paved with noble intentions tinged with ideology, veered into criminality. Do you think Ross's sentence is justified? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, activate the notification bell, and support us financially on Patreon. Thank you for watching until the end. See you soon for a new video. And above all, stay curious.